All right. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so listen, I've been dying to talk about this, and it's perfect that we got a guy talking about travel today. We were down in Missouri, okay, and I go into the bathroom at a golf course. And you tell me if this is weird, because I thought this was weird. I go into the stall.
You going to a bathroom on a golf course is weird.
It's well, I had to make two.
Did you write your name on the wall and say Matt was here?
No, you know what? I always see that
in black marker.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
I always see people vandalizing the toilet, and I'm thinking, are you proud you took a shit? I don't understand that part. It's really weird.
So if you wrote Matt was here, I would go in there after you and say Matt ate a dick. That's what I would do if I saw that.
This is a true story. Matt, Old Orchard Golf Club. You guys don't know Old Orchard, right?
Of course.
Yeah, it's a local golf course. Yeah.
My buddy had his bachelor party there. We all golfed. They were redoing the bathrooms, and my buddy Donnie had to shit. All the toilets were lined up like it was like in a military base, like a latrine. So there's toilets, just like open toilets with no fucking toilet paper. One row on the far wall. And there's one wall all the way in the end.
Yeah.
Toilet paper was there. Donnie sits down there and shits, and there's no toilet paper. So so everyone leaves the bathroom. No one's gonna help.
So there was toilet paper, but just was at the end.
It was at the end. Yeah.
So we had to stand up and take the walk. Stand up and take the walk of shame and squeeze it so it doesn't spread it. And then
I guess.
And then
Okay, so my story is not about taking a shit. You guys, wait, is this, how do we devolve into
You
this?
just said you had to go number 2 at the golf course.
Right, but this is the weird part.
Because normally you piss everywhere.
Yeah, well, we're men. The world is our toilet, all right? I mean, there's no doubt about it. The world is our toilet. But listen, I go in, I close the door, I sit down to take a dump, and there's a chair, a wooden chair, like from a dining room, facing me. There's just a chair in there. And all I could think about the entire time is, why is there a chair in there? I mean, why didn't I
notice it when I walked in the stall?
Right. And where's the dining table?
Right. Yeah. No, but why? I mean, is someone sitting there watching you like, oh, wow. Oh, wow, look at the facial. Oh, my God. And, wow, that's a lot. Well, I mean, what is that chair for?
Maybe they used to have a bathroom attendant. So you ever go to like nightclubs
Not
back in the day?
Stall with
and
you.
there was a bathroom attendant, and they would like kind of brush off your shoulders and
not while you're taking a shit, Ted.
Spray perfume on you, not perfume but parfume, because that's the guy's version.
They still do
what?
that.
Yeah, they still do that. Yeah.
And they hand you towels to wipe your hand.
While you're still taking a dump,
after you're done.
Yes. So it was just, I just couldn't figure out. It just freaked me out. What is the purpose for the chair? Because if you're tired after you took a dump, you were sitting down. You're really bad. I mean, you're in bad shape, man. That's gonna wreck your day.
Maybe you sat in the wrong chair.
Oh no. I don't. It felt right. No. I just wondered, like, if you bring somebody in there for like moral support.
Which one do I sit in?
Yeah. No. It just was really weird to me, man. Is that
hilarious.
It's normal on golf courses. So
no, it's not.
Have you ever? Is that the first time?
Yeah.
So you don't know any better. You don't know any better.
Do I not go to classy enough golf courses?
Maybe they just tried to mind fuck you. You ever think of that?
The chair was there for me?
Yeah.
For anybody. Yeah. So guys like you could think about it like days after you're done using the bathroom. So
dude, I'm freaked out, man.
Exactly. So it worked.
I'm totally. I lock the door in my own house now because I'm afraid somebody's going to come in and critique me. I don't know, Matty. On a 1 to 10, that was really a 4 crap. I got to be honest with you. No, it just blew my mind. And then here's the other. I got another toilet story, right? Because we're on the road. We go down to Mizzou. We drive back. We stop at a gas station, and I go to take a whiz, and I'm looking at this, and I see the condom machine. I haven't seen a condom machine in forever. And there's a condom machine in there. And I'm just thinking, if you're using a gas station condom, is it really, I mean, are you really making an effort?
Well, I mean, number one, it's not really a gas station condom. It's probably like a national brand condom, like Trojan or something else. It just happens to be in a gas station. I don't think it's a Citgo brand gas condom. You know,
do you really think they're using? Yeah. Do you really think Costco? You buy 9,000
condoms
and hope one way.
Kirkland brand.
Or you can make fun of that gas station condom, or you could be paying child support for 18 years. So which one's better?
Do you think a gas station condom's going to save you? I just don't feel like they're quality.
I'm assuming, like I said, it's probably a national brand that just happens to be in a gas
station.
station.
Wait a minute. Our next guest is going to be the guy that stuffs those vending machines.
That's right.
we get that guy a vending machine condom stuffer.
I had gas station sushi one time, and it was actually not that bad.
Gas station sushi.
Yeah, but it was just the California roll, which is just imitation crab meat. So it's not like real. It's not like you're having like
oh my god.
Yeah.
So,
Mark, would you ever eat gas station sushi?
Only if there was a dining room chair that I could sit in while I was actually
while you're watching someone take a crap. That would be You know what? That would be so great if a guy just walked in, sat down, started eating sushi while I'm taking a crap. Doesn't say a word, right? And I'm just like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He just doesn't say anything. He's like,
"Well, if you're going to get the sushi from the gas station, there better be a chair that you're eating in next to the toilet."
I mean, you need a little bit of
That's
class.
probably what that was.
Exactly.
That chair was for eating sushi because you go right from the chair to the toilet.
Exactly. I mean,
"Oh, so that was next in line guy?"
Yes.
Oh, I get it. So you don't have to wait outside. You wait.
Sir, you might want to
inside
eat that sushi in there. There's a chair right where you're going to be sitting after you're done with the sushi.
They give you a clothespin to put on your nose so you don't have to smell the offensive odor from until you're done, and then you get, there's a little Febreze thing that goes off.
There was no Ted. I outdid the Febreze thing.
I'm just making stuff up.
We were
Obviously.
drinking.
I'm making it up.
You saw what we did the day before.
It's
I was
not
in a
real.
bad place. Yeah, we got it. We got up early to golf, and I was in a bad place, man.
Okay.
I was in a real bad place. It was pretty ugly.
Wait, Missouri's a bad place?
No, Missouri was great.
No, mentally he was in a bad place.
Yeah,
Mentally,
Missouri was great, man. We went to the football
No, it was
game.
perfect. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh man,
I
it was
loved it.
fantastic. Yeah, the campus was awesome. University of Missouri is awesome. We met some. What did we eat at Bud's Barbecue?
Bud's
down
Barbecue.
that sounds
Beautiful. I mean, the chicken wings we had,
Best-
it was
best
like
ever.
some type of dry rub on it. Oh,
Best ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Southern food is some of the best food that we have as the United States that you can even try. I just like New Orleans, all those places, incredible stuff.
And then I think
right?
we were at some barbecue place. It was called Elsie's or something, whatever the local restaurant we went to. I had like some meat platter.
Oh yeah, another barbecue place you went to on
Yeah.
one day.
Mark, you're a travel guy. You're going to love this. I went to New Orleans for New Year's of '99.
Okay.
Buddy of mine planned a trip. We drove because New Orleans New Year's is not going to be as crazy as Mardi Gras. And it's not, but it's still fucking nuts. You mentioned food, New Orleans. We go down there, 3 days, Wendy's every fucking day. That's all I ate. And it was before they had breakfast. We ate Wendy's for 3 straight fucking days. I didn't eat anything else.
No Waffle House?
Nothing. Actually, no. There's a Waffle House story, but I'm not telling it. Wendy's every day because there's a Wendy's right off of Bourbon Street next to our hotel.
Yeah.
We fucking ate there. That's all I ate for 3 days. And we're in New Orleans. We get back in the car. We're driving home. I'm like, what an asshole. What is wrong with us? Oh, we had a hot dog, one of those Chicago dogs on Bourbon Street. That's like a foot long.
Did you get some stuffed pizza? What are you down there too?
No. So we had a hot dog on on Bourbon Street and then Wendy's the rest of the fucking
so
trip.
you deep throated a foot long. That's all I heard. Is that accurate?
No.
Is that all you heard?
That's all I heard.
No, you know what? On that note, Teddy, I think we'll get this thing started if that's okay.
Let's do it.
Do you want to see why he's wearing a headband? For comments like that, look at it.
I'll tell you.
Oh wow, I got to hear this
okay.
story.
I'll tell you later.
Oh man.
No, we don't do that, Teddy. Okay, everybody wants to know. So Teddy's got
I didn't cry.
Yeah, Teddy's got a headband on because he has a head wound. So everybody remembers last week Teddy was bolting out of here for his softball game, right? So he gets to his softball game and they got a little bit of extra time, right? And Teddy decides
a lot of extra time.
Yeah, he's going to pitch to his team pregame.
Yeah.
And he takes the shot in the head. And you heard our guest Mark go, "Oh man, Teddy's got 7 stitches." I mean, it looks like somebody took like a wooden bat to his head. I mean, it is really ugly. It is grotesque. So for the last week he's been headband guy. So he's Andre Agassi Jr.
No, I feel like Brett Michaels from Poison because didn't he wear the headband all the time? Like
Did they hold you out of the game because you were concussed?
No, actually I wasn't concussed. I don't know if I was concussed, but I got cleaned up, I got bandaged up. All the blood got soaked up, and then I played the game. And actually, we lost the game, but I had 2 at-bats. I hit the ball okay. And then actually a guy on my team said, you should get hit in the head more often. You play better.
Well, Teddy, there's no way anybody could tell if you were concussed, right? Because you were drunk. So how could you tell if you were concussed?
Well, it's like Yogi Berra.
That's right. That's
like
Yogi
Berra.
Drunk.
There might not be anything up there anyway, so we don't really know. So.
Oh man, that is. I love that concept. Yeah. So I see Teddy. I don't know, every day because we're dating pretty heavily now. And
I want my ring back, by the way.
And so he's got this headband on, and it's almost like it's second nature now. But I just want to tell everybody he got hit in the head with balls. And then have him tell the story, but interrupt him so that somebody keeps thinking, did a guy what? Well, no balls.
I didn't get rubbed with balls. I got hit with a ball. So let's clarify that.
All right. now we are getting this started because you know what? We should take. Oh, we're gonna post a picture of your stitches for everybody. So when you get on, yeah.
Well, you got to do it tonight because I'm getting the stitches taken out tomorrow.
Oh, we'll take it tonight.
We'll take them out tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
Are they coming out tomorrow? We can take them out here on the show.
Are you gonna do it with your teeth?
No.
Mark? You sexy beast.
God.
So Ted, you played the game.
I played the game
prior to getting the stitches.
No, I
After.
I got hit. I just bandaged up, played the game, and then went to the ER after the game. Drove myself, waited for the obligatory 2-hour wait in the ER.
Of course. Yeah.
And then the doctor actually, it's funny. He said, I actually never seen a wound this weird before. It's like a weird shaped wound. Like, all right, I don't know if I could do this. We have to call in a specialist.
Oh, you got hit with the stitches on the ball, probably.
Well, I got hit with a sphere because the ball's a sphere, and who knows it was a sphere. Yeah. And who knows? But it's not.
So it wasn't oval.
It wasn't showing off his geometry.
Yeah,
knowledge.
Like whatever.
And then I got a parallelogram.
Here's the funny thing. So I'm in the ER. And I'm the one who's clearly like visibly injured. I have like this bloody bandage on my head, and everybody there looked like they were just sleeping or relaxing. I didn't see anybody who looked like they were in any type of medical distress at all. They're just there.
So you think they were just there for a nap?
I was just like, why are you here?
Everybody.
Why
Ted's
are
like,
you here?
oh fuck, I'm in a homeless shelter.
Wait, have you ever been?
I'm in a homeless shelter.
Actually, there was a homeless guy sleeping in the ER. So yeah, I thought he was a patient, but he was just a homeless guy who just they let him sleep there. But so have you ever been to ER?
So he doesn't know the park by our house. So
No.
he can go sleep at.
No, I'm just saying. I've been in the ER like a couple times, like years ago when my kid was sick, and every time I've been to the ER, like there's been like one or two people who look like they're in like serious medical distress, and they'd be waiting on right away. But most of the people, they look pretty damn good. There's nothing wrong with them.
Well, some of them could just be visiting people who are sick, Teddy.
Why are they there?
Because someone important is inside there, getting their stomach pumped or getting stitches because they can't
It's called
catch.
a waiting room, right? It's a waiting room. Not everyone's.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Shit happens. Okay. Now we really need to get this show started because we have a lot to talk about. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Hey, everybody. My name is Matt, and welcome to the Real Three Idiots podcast. Sitting very skillfully across from me is Teddy.
So I heard we just got picked up by the Philippines as one of our listening states.
Yeah.
Thank you, Philippines. And
I want country.
And I want to say Mabuti, which I think hopefully is hello.
Job.
Hello.
Job.
No. It doesn't mean happy ending. I think it actually means hello.
Oh, you know what? My buddy Al, who I think listens, is I believe he's Filipino, and I should have asked him for something like that. But yeah, we woke up this morning and we picked up, got some listeners in the Philippines.
Congratulations.
So, nice.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Maybe somebody will send us some labanuk. You know what that is?
I've tried that.
What? What's labanuk?
It's like Filipino moonshine. One of my good friends, his parents are from the Philippines, and his dad goes back 10 times a year. They have property there. He always brings back homemade labanuk.
Yeah, he's not going back for the Labanuk.
No. They actually have servants and stuff there.
Yeah.
What?
He does. Yeah. I swear to God.
I think that's kind of standard with a lot of.
And my buddy grew up with one in the house. It's like an indentured servant.
Yeah. Or pensit, which is like I think that's like the main dish of the Philippines, which is like that. It's like a
let's go back to the
like
servant
dish,
thing.
Yeah.
Man, you
It was.
If I had a servant,
it was nuts. It was absolutely literally nuts.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Who is this? Is that your aunt? No, it's not my fucking aunt. And he would
yell
at her.
Swears, Mark. Remember the F word?
We're not allowed. What?
We can say whatever the fuck we want, but we're trying to limit how many F words we say. Yeah. So you're a 17. No, that'd be great if you had a.
Well, I was going to mention. I have a buddy who's actually an Ironman competitor. He's done like 80. I swear to God,
that's impressive. That's impressive.
And he met his now wife, when he was doing a triathlon, and they live in the Philippines. Same thing. They have like a gated estate, servants. And I guess that again is kind of a standard thing out there. But to me, it's like coming from Norwood Park, in a small bungalow, it's sort of mind blowing to think like, wow, someone's like,
Well, I was in Southeast Asia years ago, and it's funny you should mention that because so there is no middle class. There's just like the really poor and there's the really rich, and the rich always live in like a gated community, like a villa, something where it's definitely you can tell there's a differentiation. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried balut? Did you ever hear of that?
No.
So that's a big thing in the Philippines too. It's basically in Southeast Asia. It's essentially an unfertilized it's actually an embryonic egg. So it's like a hard-boiled egg where you've got the chicken embryo in it. You could see it in there, and then they eat that as like a delicacy.
I see.
So
that sounds gross, man.
Totally, because you could see it.
What about crickets or tarantulas?
Yeah.
Dude, that's way less gross. I would eat it. I could not open up an egg and be like, "Oh, look, it's a baby chicken."
Yeah.
I want to go to the Philippines so bad.
I know the
Dude,
beaches.
Filipino people are the fucking best people. They're the funnest.
18?
I mean, all my friends. I mean, they're just.
I
they're just.
love the accent. I love the accent. It's just so it's a very
No, that's
charming
okay.
accent,
So we could absolutely talk about that, but we need to get going here. Okay. Let's see. Looking slightly verklempt is Mark, who is with us. Mark, thanks for being on the show again.
Thank you,
welcome.
gentlemen.
And you're a Mark.
We're both Marks, so you got to clarify.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Mark. You're Mark with a C, right?
No,
It's Mark with a K.
With an S.
Wait, in my phone, it's with a C.
well, you put it there. I didn't put it there.
No way.
I know you always text me, and we talk all the time, and you email me, and you always use a C, but I never correct you. So
you never. I feel like I'm that guy that calls somebody by the wrong name.
Actually,
and they just never say anything.
I love when people call me by the wrong name. I never correct them. I just go with it.
Well, I spell
hilarious.
Matt with one T.
You son of a bitch! I noticed that.
Disrespectful, you fucking
Like a
Matt.
yoga mat.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so our very special guest today, and we'll just call him Travel Mark. Okay, let's just call him Travel Mark.
Or you can
There
call
we
me
go.
Janus if you want my last
Ooh,
name.
okay,
too.
I like that.
That works too.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I've only have a couple of friends I call by their last names. So yeah, but I'll try.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. If you know what I can do, I can call you Mark, and I can call him Jagoff. Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
I'm looking at you,
You can't
Jagoff.
talk to guests that way. We're never going to get another guest.
All right, so our special guest is Mark Janus, and he's going to help us today talk about travel. Travel Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you having me on your podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you, sirs. Thank you.
Yeah, so real quick, I can tell you the story about how I met Mark, right? So I'm on my way to go talk to a brewer, and I go past the brewery, and I need to turn around. And Mark's store has a little driveway in front of it. So as I'm driving, Jackson was with me, and I'm like, man, we've been trying to get a travel agent. I want to talk to somebody about knows, about different places and stuff. And I see it, and I slam on the brakes. I slam on my anti-lock brakes, lock up. I pull over. I go in. I talk to Mark, and I give him my spiel, and I give him my piece of paper. And everybo's always got the same look on their face when I first meet him. They're like this. Oh man, this guy's he's a rapist, right? This guy's here to rape me, and probably kill me.
I was
kill me.
I was just thinking homeless degenerate, but
Close enough. I had a shirt on and everything. Yeah, it wasn't like Costa Rica where I went like a whole week with no shirt. I was no shirt guy. But yeah, so I love doing that because I give everybody my spiel, and then I give them the piece of paper, and then I'm like, listen to the show, and I say, if you want to be on the show, call me back, and I leave. Most people listen to the show and they're just immediately offended by everything I say.
I wouldn't call you back.
Yeah. Again, I go right back. I go right back to the woman who said, "You spoke about masturbating on your show," and I'm like, "Yeah." I go. I just did it the one time, but I wanted everybody to know how much fun I had. Yeah.
He's the devil.
Yeah, that's oh man, she was absolutely convinced of that. So so Mark.
Well, Matt, I didn't think you were like a rapist or anything like that, but do you remember what I asked you when you and I were talking? I said, does this cost me anything?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah,
because I'm used to people advertising when they come in.
Right.
I get that stuff all the time.
Just some emotional capital. Yeah. It's going to cost you some emotional.
Yeah. After this, you will be less. You'll have less morals, less integrity,
it's like
less clients.
It's like seeing the burning bush. It's like Moses seeing the burning bush. You're going to age about 10 years, and you're come down with you're going to come down from Mount Sinai with 1,000-yard stare. Other than that, you're going to be okay.
If I could only grow a beard. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me do the plugs here. Okay, so if at the end of this, you want to get in touch with Mark, do this info@Janus Travel, and Janus is JANUS, JanusTravel.com, or you can email him at mark@janustravel.com. Okay, you can call him at I love this. This is really cool. His number is 773-763-2767, or you ready for this? 773 Soda Pop. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
that's cool.
So I'm immediately I as soon as I found this out, so Mark sent me this, I called up my company. Anybody who's got my phone number, I'm changing it. Mine is going to be 847 Handjob. Nice. Yep. Yeah. So wouldn't it be great?
How do you know it's not already?
Yeah.
It's not. I checked. I immediately, as soon as he said soda pop, I tried every terrible thing, like penis.
So you numerically cross-referenced it. It didn't work out.
Yes, it did not work out. So yeah.
No,
so
that's interesting. That you can probably come up with 2 words for everyone's number, right? Because it's 3 different letters for each number.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was hard.
That.
I could not find anything that was disgusting. So I don't want to do it. So Soda Pop is cool. 773 Soda Pop, right?
We tried to have 773 hand job, but it was taken already. So
damn it. Okay, well, I've got a couple other. I mean, listen, if I just do 773 asshole, I'm just like, yeah, you need me. Just dial asshole. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so you've owned this. Your family's owned this since 1978.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Wow, that is crazy. So were you working there in the summers? Was that your gig? Did you know you were going to do travel agencies?
No, so my dad was a Chicago police officer, right? So he did this as a part-time gig in the late 70s. He was actually a homicide detective, and he somehow got connected with another cop that was selling travel on the side. And so they ended up working together. And then they had a falling out. So my dad ended up starting Janus Travel. He had another agency. And we initially started out where it was all like mostly city workers. So we dealt with a lot of cops and firemen. And back in the heyday, like in the 90s, we were the #1 agency in Illinois for Apple Vacations, those companies. And another thing my dad used to do, he had this recording. I still have the tapes, but he actually had a hotline where he would record a soundtrack of like, let's say like mariachi music, right? And then he would have, let's go to Mexico, 7 nights in an all-inclusive Cancun resort, $7.99 a person for dates in July and August. And he'd have like the Mexican music in the background. Then he would go into Vegas and you'd hear like the roulette wheel spinning in the background. And so we used to get like up to 4,000 calls a week on this thing back in the heyday. Yeah. Everybody knew who we were back in the day. But then, obviously things changed. Like, internet comes into play, things vary, but
so you Apple Vacations and all that.
We still do that.
Did you guys partner up with all the like Steve Dahl? Remember Steve and Gary used to always do Apple Vacations.
Oh yeah.
And Brandmeier too, when they used to do the remote trips and shit like that.
I won one of those.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
where to?
I never told this story.
Well, if you did,
but they were always Apple Vacation. They were always Apple.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Donnie, not Donnie Osmond. Danny Bonaducci show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I call in one day when I'm sick, right?
Yeah.
And
you were like the 15th caller, whatever it is.
No, ready? It was the 15th caller.
I love you, man.
I love you, dude. And he goes, so I pick up the phone. He goes, hey man, he goes, what would you say if I told you the 14th caller? And it was a trip to Vegas. And I go, oh wow. And all I said was, hey man, I go, I've never been that close. It's kind of cool. And he goes, you win. And I'm like, what? He goes, you win, man. He goes, if you just said anything else, I would have hung up on you. He goes, but that's a cool way to do it. And next thing you know, like, I don't know, like 3 weeks later, my wife and I are in Vegas. My sister and my brother-in-law came to stay.
All expenses. So it's just for the airfare, though.
It's like 2.5 days.
But is it for the hotel too?
No, everything.
Everything.
Wow. Yeah.
Where did you stay at? Do you remember?
We stayed at the Tropicana.
Tropicana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Club Tropicana, drinks are free. Yeah. But it was pretty run down at the time. But
who cares? You're in Vegas. Yeah.
Dude, it was pretty badass, man. I think we slept, honestly, like 2 hours.
So this had to be like a 95 or 96, right?
Yeah. I was homesick from I was teaching, and I didn't even know if I was teaching. Maybe I was working like the mailroom or something, like going to school again. And I was homesick, like sick as a dog, man. And you listen to the Loop all the time, right?
Yeah.
You listen.
He was on at night.
Yeah,
Bonaducci was on at night.
You listen to Johnny B, then you listen to Kevin Matthews, then you listen to Stephen Gary, then Danny Bonaducci. Yeah.
So the whole purpose of the hotel room, especially in Vegas, is like
to have sex with prostitutes.
Besides that, so the point is, wherever you stay in Vegas, I mean, you're going to have a good time. So by the time you get back to your room, you're so tired and exhausted. You don't care about the amenities. As long as you can lock the door, there's a hot shower, you can use the bathroom. I mean, you don't really care.
Yeah,
I mean, because you're not spending time in your hotel room. That's the whole. That's
true.
The whole premise of Vegas.
For sure.
Yeah. Vegas is like an up all day thing. Like when we went, you know our buddy Mike, we played softball with. Yeah. He went on a bachelor party there, and there's like 8 guys, and one guy just didn't come back. Yeah, he stayed there for like an extra, I don't know, like 6-7 days. They just they were there. They're like, hey man, where's Dave? And it was like, Dave who, man?
He got married. He got married at the Elvis Chapel.
Yeah, but he was like an insanity drug guy. Yeah. So he he's time to go.
Well, he's in the right place.
Yeah, and he just never showed up. And then like 5 days later, 6 days later. And everybody goes back to work and everything, and then there he is. Yeah, he's like 6 days later.
So if that happens to somebody that books a trip with you,
yes, Does it ever happen?
Does it? Are you responsible for them?
I
You
think
gotta
there's
find that
somewhere
guy?
in a contract that we will fly them back first class, but it's only if they go to let's say Detroit or Cincinnati, not Vegas.
Oh man, if you take,
We went
could
to
you
a
imagine?
Bengals game and Dave didn't make it back. Call Janus. Yeah. Call him. Get him on the horn. Wait. We got to wait 5 days. Wait 5 days and call him.
Oh my God! Could you imagine that? Could you imagine somebody calling up Mark? Jen, listen, man, I really want to go to
There was
Flint.
5 of us that went to Flint.
Yeah.
4 came back.
That's why it's in our clause because nobody goes there.
Yeah, I mean, but how can you blame your? I mean, how can you blame your travel agent if you have too much of a quote unquote a good time? So I mean, but I'm curious about that. So let's just say, do they pay extra money, for example, if they screw something up, that you'll get them back home safely for?
Don't Mark, don't say anything that will get you. No,
get me. I mean, in truth, if like someone's really got a situation like that, that's where the insurance comes in.
Gotcha,
So like if
gotcha.
somebody, I've had situations where people have been in Mexico or something,
Yeah.
and then they got to cut the trip short.
Sure.
All they do is they pay out of pocket and they just file a claim to get reimbursed.
So file reimbursed.
Yeah.
So this is, I've been all week, 2 weeks I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
COVID hits.
Oh yeah,
Fucking just
19.
That had to be
Worst.
a nightmare for you
Yeah.
for almost a year, right?
2 years.
2 years.
It was the worst ever.
So
yeah.
we had a trip. I have 2 teenage boys, my wife and I. We were going to take my oldest is in college now. So for the longest time, they're in school together. They're 2 years apart.
Okay.
Same grammar school, same high school. So we figured they have same spring breaks. So we always do something for spring break. We're going to go to Hawaii.
Oh no.
We book it in November of 2019 for March of 2020.
Yeah.
So now that we get close to the date, they announce, Hawaii's done. You can't go to Hawaii. I booked it through, can I say?
I'm not going to get pissed.
Or
Just say
Costco.
another place.
That's
Costco
fine.
Travel. Okay.
That's fine, yeah.
So Costco Travel.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Bastards,
Yeah. Oh, don't get yes. So, had I known then what I know now, I would have called Janus.
Love it. Thanks for the plug.
Better
So-
call Janus.
That's it.
There you go.
So they canceled the trip. But with Costco, it's fucked up because you're not dealing with somebody like you. You're dealing with somebody who has no. So they don't tell you when you book the trip. They don't tell you who you're flying with, who you're renting the car with.
Oh, really?
I don't like
No.
that.
So
wow.
originally, so I know that we're staying at the Hyatt in Maui.
Maui, yeah.
But I don't know what airline we're flying when I book it. So after you book it, you find this all out. 'Cause they give you all the flight.
Spirit
No.
Airlines.
It was fine. It was United or whatever. That was all good. But here.
You caught yourself. You didn't say the F word. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was the thing that happened. So we were flying first class. It was an incredible deal. It was nuts because first class to Hawaii has always been like the airfare alone for 4 people is like $20,000.
Yeah.
How far is the flight to Hawaii? Because you fly from California. I've never been to
No,
Hawaii.
it's direct from
Oh, it's direct.
From
Maui.
Chicago?
You fly direct.
How
yeah.
far is it?
It's 9
many miles?
hours.
Nine
it's
hours.
9
About 8 or
hours.
9.
yeah.
That far?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely
There
will be
it's
first
9
class.
hours. Flying back, it's like 8.
Okay.
But
Wait, is the world smaller on the way back?
no.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
tail
I'm sure there's some
That's
kind of geographical.
Right. So the package was incredibly inexpensive.
Affordable, yeah,
Because I'm like, I'm never going to Hawaii. I've been there twice before, and on our honeymoon we flew first class. The first time I flew coach, I'm like, I'm never going to Hawaii coach again. So if we can make it work first class, I'll go. And I was just for shits and grins looking online, like, holy shit, this is crazy. It was like the whole trip cost a fraction of what it would have cost years ago. So we book it. Had to cancel it. They canceled it on us. We didn't cancel. They canceled. So I call Costco to get everything squared away. It's like, yeah, okay, so we can refund you for the hotel, refund you for the car, but for the airline, you have to pay $250 a person for cancellation fee. So it's $1,000. Like, I'm not canceling. You are. So, well, let me call the airlines. I end up paying a G note to cancel that trip, even though I didn't cancel it.
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
yeah.
it's ridiculous. So they gave me an option, actually. I'm not telling the whole truth. They said, we can give you an airline credit equal to the amount.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
So it was like $7,000.
Holy crap.
But here's the catch. You have to use it within 12 months of when you booked it. I'm like, well, I booked it in November of 2019. Where the fuck am I going to go
Yeah.
between now
Yeah.
and then
A
for
year.
$7,000.
Right.
Dude, that's a lot of
So
trips
I'm
to
like,
Flint.
I don't want that $7,000 credit.
Flint,
I
Michigan.
just want all my money back. I'm
Flint-
never going to use
Flint,
it.
Michigan.
Dude, you should no. You know what you should have done? You should have just went travel crazy and just flown to
Matt,
places back and forth
we were
like in a
locked
day.
down. We were
Yeah.
locked down. There was nowhere to go.
Well, and
Then
then
you should have hijacked the plane.
So then she said, okay, well, we can give you a refund, but you're going to have to pay the penalty. Let me call them up. So long story short, I had to pay $1,000 to cancel it because I was not going to accept the airfare credit.
But they, as you said, they had canceled the trip on you.
Well, Hawaii canceled it, and then Costco
Yeah,
canceled
'cause
it
if you
because they
can't
said
get-
nobody can go there.
Right, if you can't get to the destination. I mean, in Costco's defense, like I remember all this stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
It was-
blaming them, but it's the airline I'm blaming.
It's
The airline should have never charged me a cancellation
I
fee.
agree with you, yeah, because first off, you can't go there even if you wanted to go there.
That's exactly-
So
yeah.
why should you be paying $250 a head for
Right.
something that you can't even
Right.
do anyway?
And it was insulting that they said, well, fine, then take the credit. I'm like, wow, what?
Well, the part they should have done is so when we had this stuff going down, it was the same thing, right? I mean, it was just, imagine like spending almost a year and a half, 2 years, where you're not getting any money coming in. All you're doing is working with people to get their refunds back. That was basically what I was doing.
Man, that's
But
a terrible.
I didn't
That's a
even
terrible
think
business.
of that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was on unemployment for basically about a year and change, and people were like, "Well, why don't you just get another job?" I'm like, "Well, I can."
Holy shit.
First off, I have a small business. I can't just walk away from it, and then you
Right.
can't leave your clients,
Right.
high and dry. So,
You are one of the few people that had to work for free.
I did work for free. yeah.
Everything. So you worked, got all that, and then
Yep.
everything's reversed.
Yeah, it was one of those things where you really. Now, thank God, the last year's we had a really good year, so I'm grateful for that we finally had the business bounce back. But at the time, it was so. I was in such a depression, man, because you're like watching all this money go out. Every time you talk to somebody, there's another trip that's been canceled. Nothing went through. Like we literally were in the red. And I got an employee I'm trying to pay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pay my own mortgage.
Did you ever
and-
get one of those PPE loans?
I did get the PPP. It helped,
Or
but
PPP,
the
yeah,
way they first structured it was weird. It was like you had to put it all towards payroll, which is
Right.
wonderful, but you had to pay at the same rate that you were paying previous, meaning 40 hours a week. And the problem was, so you couldn't stretch it. There's no money coming in to replenish the monies that you're paying out. So before you know it, after 8 weeks, you're back to square one. So then we got the second loan. And it did help us kind of float through, but it was rough.
Yeah.
But
still better than nothing, I'm assuming.
no, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
It would have been. Believe me.
And you
that
stayed open and everything.
stayed open. Yeah, it
That's
was incredibly difficult to sort of
Sure.
keep going and doing that.
Yeah.
But we really, like I said, literally next to 9/11, the worst time in my life working in travel.
But
It's
now
just
that's
like,
past, even though COVID's quote unquote still out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now
it's
I got some great travel deals on 9/11. Yeah,
bet
like
you- I bet you
no,
did.
look, like the
No,
like in
yeah.
I think November of 9/11, we went to San Diego.
yeah.
And except for the fact that this is crazy, we're in O'Hare Airport, one of the busiest airports,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy with an M16 pulls my daughter, who's 9, over to the side because she's a random search. Okay, now this is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me.
This is before
Right.
it was somewhat normal.
Right, but this
But
is
so
literally
she
2
had to be
months
free-
after.
yeah, no, that's what I mean.
So
Yeah,
so they
now
pull
that
her over.
happens.
I want to say maybe she was 7. So they pull her over, and I go like this. I go, what the fuck? And the guy goes, hey, she's getting I said, she ain't going anywhere with you. And the guy unslung his M16. My whole family's there, and everybody who saw it, he unslung his M16 and started to bring it to me. And I go like this. I go, motherfucker, you can shoot me. I go, my daughter is not going with you or any other person without me being there. And I honestly, even now, and my heart is beating 100 miles an hour just thinking about the fact that
that's
this
scary.
guy wanted to. This guy was literally willing to, and probably within his rights to blow my brains out because I wouldn't let him search my 7-year-old daughter for a bomb.
But that's what fear does to people. So I forget 9/11. Remember the bird flu issue like a few years ago, which is nothing but people panicked over that. That was before COVID actually, and I remember they were in like free vaccines for like the bird flu. And people were losing their minds thinking this is going to be the next bubonic plague, the next Spanish flu.
Wow.
So I'm just saying when people are fearful, they'll do anything.
That's
It's
that South Park, right? Where
chaos. It's
they did
chaos.
that. They did in South Park where they they nuke their imaginations because their imaginations ran wild.
I had you probably had Mark. You probably had this. I had a group of friends who went to Mexico on like the week before 9/11. And then they were stuck in Mexico. They were stuck in Cancun for almost 2 weeks.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah,
that is horrible.
No, actually, I had a friend stuck in Cancun, but my friend Sean and his wife, they were on their honeymoon in Hawaii. They were stuck in Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Oh, stuck in Mexico with your
no,
wife.
You know what
terrible,
they did?
Terrible.
They gave them an extension on their hotel stay because they couldn't leave.
Oh, that's good.
But then it wore out.
So then they had to pay out of pocket.
So it was out of pocket.
Point.
Yeah. So yeah, and then
still, I mean, you're stuck in Mexico. I mean, you're drunk for 3 weeks instead of 1 week.
Well, the best was Hawaii. I'm like, dude, I can't believe it. They got kind of like homesick.
So I have a few questions for you before I forget. So my question to you is like, what's one of the most popular places that people want to go, but you think personally are very dangerous that you would not recommend? Like if someone said, "Hey, I want to go to
Afghanistan,
Juarez, Mexico." Oh my God, it's a great party place. But I mean,
Teddy, no one's saying that.
It's an example.
No,
it's not literal. So,
it's a good question. I mean, truthfully, like a lot of the places we get that people want to go to are places I wouldn't really describe as being dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, some people look at Mexico. You read the headlines and you'll see stories about like cartel. And that sort of stuff.
Or Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, which is
Rio. Sure, a lot of gang activity out there.
Exactly,
But I haven't really had to worry about maybe talking people away from a destination. I think it's more when they don't understand what they're looking for or what they want out of the destination. Right. But I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking there's certain areas in like I mentioned, Mexico, and then some of the Caribbean that I might be a little more cautious about recommending for someone to go to.
Just certain parts of the Caribbean,
like resorts in Jamaica, like a resort in Jamaica or something like that.
Well, you got sandals in Jamaica, then you got you
those
know
are
you got,
fine,
you got
man.
Turks and Caicos, you got
none of those are. It's not the way you say that. Turks and Caicos.
Caicos. Okay.
It's Caicos, but it's but you know what?
I can never say that right.
No, who cares? It's like unless you work and travel, you're probably not. Whatever. But
I said Turks right. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So.
I mean, again, the areas that we primarily sell, I don't get too many adventure seekers. I had a couple of guys that did Kilimanjaro, and that might be an example where when you're hiking up to that mountain, there are people that die on that thing every year.
Yeah. Like Mount Everest. I mean, there's people who die when you hike up like a mountain that's thousands of feet tall. I mean, unless you're
talking almost 20,000 feet elevation.
Yeah.
So like
I mean, the oxygen is super thin up there. Yeah, I mean,
that's
equipped to handle that. So,
but like safety, we don't really. I guess nothing to really that I can think of that would be an example of an area that we've had to really walk people away from and say, don't do this.
Right.
So if somebody comes to you and says they want to go someplace, do you ever talk to them about like laws and stuff, like stuff you shouldn't do? Because I'll be honest,
well, like
we've been to
Saudi Arabia. You have to send that death waiver, right? The death waiver in Saudi Arabia, like you said, if you do these things, that could be executed.
So we Teddy and I are golfing. We run into this dude, right, and we're just talking about this and that, and he says he's been to Saudi Arabia and
Dubai,
many times, and he has to sign a death waiver, and it literally says
who do you
if
sign
you do
that with?
I guess
Mark,
it's
do you
with the
know about
government.
this?
Oh, what was that?
Do you
The
know
death
about
waiver?
the death waiver?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, so this is what this guy told us, that if you go to these countries and you do these like major things, that they will execute you, like kiddie porn or whatever. They don't even mess with it. They're just like they'll kill you. That's what he said.
Well, you get the
So
thing, I'm sorry.
Is that true?
Well, with Saudi Arabia, you got to remember this too. They just started opening up for tourism. Like that's not a destination, and there's a lot of controversy about that. I just went to a travel conference, and there were at least two operators that were talking about Saudi Arabia. And they said, we're offering FAM trips. FAM is short for familiarization. So that means you take a bunch of travel agents out. They get an idea what the product is like.
Like a scouting mission.
Exactly.
A scouting mission,
so we can come back and say, okay, we've been there. This is what our experience was. But I think an area like that, when you think of 9/11 and just the human rights violations and stuff, that's an example. But Matt, to your point, so I was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi about 4 years ago, and that's an example of an area where you got to really watch it because you're not in Kansas anymore. I mean, if you're screwing around, I had a guy who hotel manager that I met. He was a British guy, and we're talking about what's it like.
There's a lot of British over there.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of
that work.
Yes, a lot of expats, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him, and I go, well, what's it like living out here? I'm just curious. He goes, oh, it's overall it's great. He goes, but you just have to be very careful of the rules and the laws. And he goes, I'll give you an example. I had a buddy who somehow had a weed connection. So the guy was getting high out there, right? That's a big freaking no-no when you're out in that area. And I guess he was trying to offer people that he knew, marijuana. He's trying to get him stoned. And basically, they got around to the authorities, and they came to this guy and said, listen, we've heard that you're doing this. We're just going to give you a warning. You got to quit horsing around with this. This is not, we take this stuff seriously. The guy's like, okay, whatever. Guy continues to do it. Bam, goes to jail for 5 years.
No way.
For a marijuana charge. Wow. So that's why, and you have to be in Thailand is the same thing. You got to be.
That's probably a small place to pay because they can cut stuff off.
But it's
not. They can cane you.
So
and they can do whatever.
Don't sell dope in
like
Saudi
you
Arabia
said,
with
human
your
rights.
There's a death in Singapore.
They're not big there.
If you're
Singapore,
if you're drug smoggling in Singapore, that's a death penalty.
Okay,
there's
so there are some things you got to kind of pay
Yeah.
attention to.
But you'd have to do something extraordinarily stupid to run afoul of the law. So
well, no, you don't know. Well, my brother was in the Marines in the early '90s, and he got stationed in Okinawa, and so as a Marine, they had to go through they had to sit down in a course and learn all the different cultural things in Japan and learn what you can and cannot do. And the one drunken, intoxicated in public in Japan is like. You're going right to jail.
No,
Spitting, throwing out your gum, simple things like that. Like throwing out your gum on the ground, you're going to go to jail and you're going to get arrested.
What?
And they're gonna, Well, no, seriously, yeah. No, they take it serious. And there's no gambling in Japan, but they have slot machines everywhere. But it's all for so there's no gambling or anything.
For hand jobs?
Well, they
give out like
called something else. Yeah,
they give out like stuffed animals and shit. But
no,
wait a minute.
It's not like.
But no, he said So they had Marines, young guys, that get in big trouble because they were drunk and then they're walking back to the boat and they're publicly intoxicated. So they're big mouths and they're shot right to jail. No questions asked. They call the consulate. They get the Marines out there, and he's like, they were so close to spending like 5 years in jail. It wasn't even funny because they're running their mouths. They were wrong in the first place, but they're not.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's like, that was a big serious thing in Japan. And Japan's.
Yeah,
Japan seems pretty progressive and open.
It's very awesome, but there's certain shit that you don't do because it's how they are.
You're totally right. Well, even in Thailand, like it sounds a little odd to bring up, but if you step on paper currency, they consider that to be an insult against the king because his face is on the currency. So if you do that,
actually, it's funny you should mention that because I actually heard that if you carry currency in your back pocket in Thailand, that's an insult against the king too. So you cannot insult the king in Thailand.
Oh,
So even though here, like we can insult politicians left and right here.
We do all the time.
So, but in Turkey, just recently. Somebody got like 3 to 5 years in prison because they insulted not even the king, but just like the parliament on Facebook. Yeah, so they're not messing around out there. And even though we don't agree with it necessarily, you got to be cognizant of what the laws are in other countries because you're not in Kansas, like I said, you're not in Kansas anymore.
No.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk a little travel. Okay, so let's say that somebody calls you up and says, "I want to go to Europe." Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you suggest to them, like to get that European feel? Like,
be more specific. You say more specific.
Actually, you're right. I would probably say be more. I mean, you do it in a gentle way. You always try to ask people, what are you looking to do? Like for me, I love Ireland. I think is a great option for a lot of people to go to.
And Scotland. So
Scotland's great.
Actually, here's my one question to you.
Yeah, sure.
What is the best place you would go to? That's what I want to know.
I think it honestly.
He just said
no pressure.
No. I mean, you're talking about Europe, right? You're saying
anywhere.
Yeah, let's start with Europe. Let's start with Europe because people want to go there.
Top 3 places that you would personally go to.
I mean,
that's what I was asking travel agents.
If it's fun and sun stuff, I honestly think Mexico is still my favorite. I've been going there since I was a kid.
I've never been to Mexico, but what part of Mexico would you recommend?
The Riviera Maya, like south of Cancun. Cancun, the strip is a little funky because they've had some.
They have Taco Burrito King there. They do.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have a TBK. I swear to God, dude, I've been there.
So south of that, so Riviera Maya.
The Riviera Maya, it starts about 15 minutes south of the Cancun airport, and it extends all the way down to about 2 hours.
And is that a resort as well, or
it's actually a region? So the Riviera Maya, just think of it as being an area where there's a bunch of towns that kind of dot in that area. So there's a main one called Playa del Carmen.
Yeah, and if you go south,
Cabo's
there, right? Like
Cabo's
there, south.
Actually, the other side of the
other
country.
side. Okay,
that's on the Pacific Ocean side.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's a great option too.
Really? I heard of Playa del Carmen.
Yeah, but the Riviera Maya, the reason I love it is because it's only a 3.5 hour flight to get to Cancun.
Direct.
From here?
Yeah, 3.5.
No way. From Chicago, it's 3.5
Vegas,
hours.
Basically
that's
Vegas.
closer than Arizona. That's closer than Arizona.
Yeah, it's a short flight.
Vegas, wow.
See, and my biggest thing is, like, when I go on vacation, whenever I go, and this is one of the things I want to ask you, when I go to a foreign country, and we've been to Costa Rica, we've been to Mexico, I don't want to drive because I feel like there's probably a lot of terrible things that can happen to you if you're driving.
Well, driving, if you get in an accident in Mexico, it's a criminal offense, right? It's a criminal offense if you get into a car accident in Mexico. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, if you stop. If you stop.
I believe Mark is going to tell you you're full of shit.
No, I mean,
no, that's true.
I haven't had a client that's had that issue, fortunately. But I mean, I've driven in Mexico. Like, I've driven myself to do hotel inspections, and no problems at all. But with people that are worried about getting around, the advantage is you can always do tours through an operator, right? So if you don't want to drive, you can do get a bus tour.
We did that, yeah.
But when I was down in the Riv Maya last year, there's like hundreds of cenotes in the area. Cenotes are basically underground rivers. So they have this whole sinkhole system almost, what you can call it, underneath the highways there and the grounds, where you can go swimming, and on these these farmers or people own this land, open it up for maybe $15-$20 you go, and you can go swimming. So there's these caverns where they've got like stalagmites, stalactites.
Private land.
Private land, but you can access it by just paying an admission fee to get in.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
And I was in the Playa del Carmen area, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to pay $115 to go on a tour. And it's also because I've been to Mexico a lot, so I just took the bus. You jump on the bus, you take the highway. There's one highway down. Get off the bus. I went to the cenote, spent the day there, and just went back to the hotel later on the bus. So that's something where, the Riviera Maya, for a lot of people, it's just accessible. It's an inexpensive area. There's a lot of stuff you can do out there if you love, like, Mayan history. You've got Chichen Itza.
The Mayan ruins, of course.
Yeah.
Correct, the Mayan ruins. Playa del Carmen's almost like a mini Cancun. You can club there.
So where do you actually stay? Like, is it a hotel, like hotels, or where would you actually physically stay?
You could stay in Cancun, right? It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, you can.
Because we stayed in Cancun and took a bus to Chichen Itza and all that stuff.
So you stay in Cancun. Okay.
If you stay in so Chichen Itza, actually, it would make a little more sense geographically if you stayed in Cancun to get out to that area. But if you're in the Riv Maya, there's other ruins you can go to that are closer. Yeah. Like there's Tulum, which is not as extensive of a ruin, but it's beautiful. It's on the water, so it's a very picturesque area. Sure. But like, if you're looking to do some clubbing, Playa del Carmen is right. Is the main town that most people end up going to.
But you wouldn't stay in Playa del Carmen. You would stay.
You can.
You can. So where would you stay in Playa del Carmen?
So I would suggest, like, actually there's a little community adjacent to the town that's called Playa Car, and what a lot of people, again, speaking about security, right? People sometimes I think a lot of that's overblown when you think about how many people go to Mexico in a given year.
Like, cartels, you're about like kidnappings.
Correct.
That's their business out there.
It's usually Mexican on Mexican crime. Which still isn't something not to take seriously, but it's rare that most tourists actually get affected. There are incidences, but the point is that if you stay in this little town, if you stay in this little community called Playa Car, it's adjacent to the town of Playa del Carmen, gated, doesn't allow any of the locals to kind of wander around. It's more hotel guests and basically guests that are or people that are working at the hotel themselves.
And they have there's a beach there and everything?
Yeah, it's beachfront.
Are these hotels or private residences you're talking about?
Well, yeah. In other words, like, you don't have to really. Again, I'm not really nervous when I go to Mexico. I don't get freaked out. But like,
do you speak Spanish?
Muy poquito.
I believe that means
better than me.
Sometimes
very
I
little.
like potatoes. Oh, okay. No, so listen. So one of the advantages of somebody calling you, is that instead of just booking through Verbo or whatever, right? You can tell them
Costco,
right? Or Costco, whatever. You can tell them it's like, hey, listen, I want to do this, and you can say something like, hey, man, it's easy to get on the bus. It's easy to do this. You can do that, and give them like the little things that you've done. So it's not like you're just saying, hey, you can do this. I've done this a million times. You can do this. You can do that, and it makes it easier because that's one of the things. Like, one of the reasons that travel freaks me out. Right, is that like that weird shit that always happens? Because I'm usually, if we're going someplace, I'm bringing my family, I'm bringing my sister's family. There's 8 of us. We got 4 kids. And you just want to be safe and have a good time. And you want that little bit of hey man, this guy, he's done it a million times. He told me to do this. He told me to do that, and it's super easy, and you can do it. Because finding out that stuff is kind of impossible.
Well,
hard.
I mean, the thing is, like, so travel agents. I mean, I'm not delusional in thinking that we're still like it was back in the 90s or the 2000s, right? I mean, obviously, like we talked about when Mark mentioned about Costco, and we all know that most people book online. I don't, but the reason we stay in business is just what Matt's mentioning, is that when you need that human touch, when you need someone that you can rely on and ask questions, it's a lot different than calling a call center and getting someone random. And I've had a ton of clients that have called me when they're in destination. Maybe it's something minor, but I've had other people where they've had medical problems, and and you're trying to walk them through it. There's a during travel department that we work with, but having that human touch and having that connection with somebody, I think people appreciate that. Yeah. And we don't try to compete with price. I think most agents would tell you that no one's trying to beat Expedia or Costco, because they can get those kind of contracts in bulk. Just like when you buy an 18-pound bag of rice at Costco, it's the same thing.
Right. Yeah,
it's the same
you
thing.
Throw 16 pounds away.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what your advantage is, just based on what you're telling me. So traveling domestically, you might have an advantage, but traveling internationally is a huge advantage because, like I said, you have information that these large conglomerates are not privy to. That because you're not just because you're not. I'm not going there by myself. I'm with my family.
Yeah.
And you want. It's not really. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my family being safe. So that extra, whatever extra you spent for that, that's worth it.
I'll give you a perfect example that's right on subject. My wife and I, 20 years married, 2 boys, teenagers. We don't travel a lot. We never traveled. We have family all over the country, so then we wouldn't need a travel agent. But the one time we did book before we got married, we booked a trip through a travel agency, and we went to we were going to Belize.
Nice. Okay.
I know people in Belize, and so anyway, so we set the whole trip up, and we were going to Belize, and 2 weeks before we were scheduled to leave, a hurricane. It was in October. Hurricane
you are
came.
Mr. Bad Luck, dude.
It was. And you'll probably remember this because it definitely affected you guys, travel agents. It was in the fall of '99.
Okay.
Hurricane came through and wiped out all the beach in Key Cocker where we were going to stay.
Wait,
so
I'm sorry.
It's a key. It's called Key Cocker, right? You know where.
Okay, I just
know
wanted
what
you to
you're
say
talking
that
about.
again.
Yeah.
You just want to hear the word
Sorry,
cock.
I'm 2 years old. I'm 2 years
You just
old.
want to hear the word cock.
So the resort we were going to stay at, the beach is fucking cashed. And the guys that I know that are from Belize, they have family that are like, don't go to Belize. And I'm like, you know what? My travel agent already called me. So we're like, well, what are we going to do? We're 2 weeks away. We don't want to cancel it. We're going to. So she went within like 3 hours, had us rebooked, and that's how we ended up in Cancun.
Oh, okay.
So everything got rearranged. We didn't have to do anything, change anything. Now we're in Cancun.
Yep.
And it was awesome. I would not have gotten that had I gone through Costco or somebody else.
Oh no, of course.
That was so. It was awesome. And I mean, yeah, we should have used that for a Hawaii trip. And
but to your point too, I'm not going to say that a travel agent's something that you need to use for everything. Like if you guys are flying to, I don't know, like you're gonna go down to Miami for a weekend with air only. You got a Verbo. I mean, you're not gonna need me for that, for air only. You can get that online. Yeah. But I think to all of your points, I mean, there's certain things that I think we really are. That's the sad part. I think about the fact that everything's become so much. Everything's digital, everything's online. Is that customer service is dead. Like you can barely get someone to help you with your internet when you get a new ISP. If you got a situation where you're booking a multi-country trip to Europe. I mean, imagine trying to, again, call back to like Costco or one of those guys and get them to walk you through the steps. And, I've spent hundreds of hours with people, and it's partially, I mean, I have to really like the people I deal with as clients. I try to establish a connection with people. And that's one of the reasons I've stayed in the business this long is that I really feel that I connect with a lot of my clients. I mean, that's the key thing. But again, you don't come to me for like the lowest deal. I could try to work with someone if there really is a difference. Sure. But that's not the point of a travel agent. The point of an agent is you're there as a consultant.
And I bet that's not an issue because
it's generally not. You're right.
Because 2 reasons. You've been in business a long time.
Yep.
You got good clients, and it's Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Mark Janus. I got a guy. That's how we do it.
That's how Chicago works.
I swear to God, I would pay more because I got a guy.
Yep.
And then somebody else would pay more because they got somebody who's got a guy.
Yeah.
And they know there's that comfort level, and it's not an issue.
If you're going to take a big trip, I mean, wouldn't you rather have a guy who's helped you out, right?
Because I wouldn't call you if I was going to Vegas or Arizona, but if I was going to overseas, I would.
Wait, you guys didn't book your Mizzou trip with Mark?
Because I wouldn't know what you know. I mean, even if it cost me extra money.
We drove.
Especially with your family, it's 100% worth it. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely.
And we're working through operators that most people are familiar with anyway. It's not like, and again, I don't mean to make it about I want some more price, but it isn't like there's anything obscenely different typically on the prices.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
that
Yeah.
you get that person that's like, oh my god, it's driving me up a wall to pay that extra $200.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you shouldn't use a travel agent.
But I mean,
Right.
that $200
That's what
pill,
I mean.
that extra 200 pills in
that
comparison
Pays in dividends. Yeah.
That was the other thing I was
if you
going to
get-
bring
if
up.
you get
It's not
stu-
that
if
big
you-
of a difference.
Yeah, if you get
No,
stuck
I
somewhere, I mean, you're going to pay more. Than
Now more than ever.
whatever the agent's charging you. I mean, trust me, you'll pay more if you go somewhere where you're just stuck.
For sure.
And you're
okay,
in a
so,
bad spot.
So, Mark, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Vacation do's and don'ts. What you've been on a million vacations, right? And obviously good things have happened and bad things have happened.
Yeah.
What are some things that people
Wait,
should
let's be
do?
careful. They weren't vacations. They were work.
Oh wait, yeah.
These are all-
Wait,
These
hold
were all
on.
write-offs, right? They weren't vacations.
What's the bullshit thing you called it? A fam?
Fam
where
trip,
I get
You've
get
been on a million
familiar
fam
with that.
trips.
Yeah. Where are you going? Oh, we're going to the whorehouse, and yeah. It's all these
You know.
brothels, and I just want to get familiar. With are the blondes better? Or
Yeah.
But what are some things that people do good, like good choices, and mistakes that people make when they're flying or go tripping?
Well, I think before people, one thing that I always advise is like, it sounds really obvious, but like if you're traveling international, make sure your passport's valid.
Of course.
I know it sounds like, but that's the thing. It's
The
funny.
most common sense things is the most
I
basic.
see that.
It
Yeah,
is.
You're right,
It's
you're right.
you would probably
It's
not
not
be
something you
surprised,
look at
but
all the time.
It's
So,
not.
yeah.
I mean, I've had it happen a lot where people would call me the night before they're going somewhere, and they said, I just looked at my passport and I realized that it's expired.
Yeah.
Example.
So how
long
hard
does it
can you last?
How long does it last?
5 years.
No, it's 50. It's a passport.
5 years.
15 years.
15 years?
10
15
years.
See, we're
10
all
years,
wrong.
okay.
Nobody
Yeah.
fucking knows. He's right.
Well, I think for a child under the age of 15,
Wait,
it's
I was
5
wrong?
years.
Damn it.
It's actually
for
nine.
adult-
It's actually 9 years and 364 days.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No, wait. I thought.
But
your
what happens
passport-
if you get there and it's expired?
Well, that's the airline's problem. So, like, in other words, if you
So if they let you travel on one that's going to expire in a day and then you're there, how do you get back?
It depends on well, that's true. Like it ultimately depends on the country's requirements.
Okay.
Most of them, like, you can't travel anywhere if it's expiring the next day or the day after.
okay.
But what I mean is, like, some will say you have to have 6 months validity.
Yes.
right?
Sure,
months.
okay,
6
just in
months.
case.
Which
Yeah,
is
okay.
another example of a travel thing where, like, if you travel to somewhere and you didn't realize that, you can get denied at the airport because ultimately it's the airline's the one that has to enforce that. So what happens is, if you let's say you guys went to the airport, you're going together on a guy's trip to Australia, right? If the carrier screwed up and didn't realize that there was some validity issue with one of your passports or all of them, and you got to Australia, they're responsible for getting you back to the States, and they get fined for that. So that's why when you go to the airport, it's the carrier that's the one that's basically making sure that you have what you need to get to that country.
Okay.
Right. But that's probably the number one thing I would say. In terms of other tips, I'll tell you right now, just because of the environment we're in, booking early is key if you want to get anywhere next year. Because
How early? 6 months.
I mean,
What's the minute? What's the
Well,
minimum?
there's
What's the minimum?
actually isn't there like you can't book too far in advance though, right?
Well-
for a lot of trips.
well, so airfare is typically not released until roughly 11 months in advance of departure. So you can't really get air prices prior to that. You might be able to get something where they've contracted a rate and they can give you a rough number. But sort of like what Mark was mentioning about how he didn't know what carrier he was going to do
Yeah.
on Hawaii.
Until after a trip is booked.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of them, right. We'll just say, like cruises are good for that. They'll say, okay, we have a bulk air
Oh, yeah,
rate
yeah.
of, you're going to go to Alaska, right? It's like, okay, the air is $6.99. No idea what the schedule is, but all you know is they're going to probably guarantee the rate of being that cost. But a prime example is Hawaii. Hawaii is ridiculous about how they can't even keep up with the demand of how many people want to go out there right now.
Really? Because you know what? Here's
Yeah.
my question.
Yeah.
Ted doesn't want to go to Hawaii.
Here's my thing. Japan or Hawaii? I'm taking Japan every time.
But that's
Yeah.
not a choice.
That's just me.
Yeah.
But that's Japan and Hawaii.
Because you got the goldfish that nibble your feet. That's off your feet.
Goldfish
That's
that
what I
nibble
want.
your feet?
That's what I want.
Is that her
I
name?
had that done in Minnesota on the St. Croix River.
And there might be a happy ending too.
Japan owns about 90% of Hawaii
You're not-
anyway.
you're
so
not-
it's
you're-
almost-
you're-
it's about the same thing.
Let me tell
anyway.
you something. You're not getting a happy ending on Waikiki Beach. Just FYI, you'll get a good tan.
You can go to Portland for
Okay,
that.
so
yeah.
so
I do want to go to Japan.
go to Portland for that. We actually, you know what's funny? Teddy and I played golf yesterday with a kid. That
Who's
was
from Oregon-
Portland.
from Oregon, yeah,
yeah,
from
from
Oregon, yeah,
Portland.
Portland,
yeah.
And he, I'm an Oregon fan. He's an Oregon fan, and he had the sweatshirt on. He's like, oh, I just went to the BYU game, and he's telling us. And no, this is the saddest thing ever. And I know hopefully he's going to listen.
Yeah.
But this was I thought this was a horrible thing. He lived in Portland, didn't like it, went to San Diego, lived there for 7 years, and then did the worst thing you could possibly do. Moved to Chicago.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah. And he said, I go, what happened? He go, oh, man, work. And I go,
Second worst thing.
Yeah.
First worst thing is moving to Chicago, meeting you.
Listen.
No, I'm sorry, golfing with you.
Who would come from San Diego to Chicago? That's going to be like such
right.
a down.
San Diego's the perfect place,
San
man.
Diego's
It's
fucking
72 every day.
Oh, but they got the June gloom and the
What's the June gloom?
They do what is this called? It's like a fog.
Yeah, or I just got back from L.A. I was out there for a couple nights, and I always forget how crazy it is about the smog, essentially, right in the
That's
daytime.
L.A., yeah.
It's like, but yeah, I mean, I guess back to what we're talking about here, I think that really, if you're booking areas that are of extreme popularity, and Hawaii is sort of off the charts, I would say you probably need to book at least 8 months in advance. And I'm talking like tours, like optional tours. Any of that stuff is a good chance.
Restaurant reservations.
Restaurant, excellent. Yes, that's true too.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking year in advance.
Yeah.
You better call if you book 8 months from. If you're going there in July, you better call the restaurants that you want to go to and book the reservations now.
Yeah, if they.
I just got back. We went there for spring break. We were there.
You in Hawaii for spring break?
Yeah, every fucking hotel, every restaurant was booked. So you get on a waiting list.
Yeah, my coworker just got. She went to a Hawaii conference yesterday, and they like reinforced what I'm saying. Like they pretty much all said the same thing, which is like, if you want to see, I don't know, if you want to go to Maui and you want to go to maybe Haleakala, which is this,
Or Roy's.
Roy's is another example. Yeah,
forget it.
You're going to have to basically make sure that you book as soon as they allow you to set up the reservation, you have to do it.
Dude, that's crazy. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Somebody calls you, right? And they're like, I want to go here. What's the weirdest request what's the weirdest? Guys like, listen, man, I need some help. I want to go to this place. And you're just like, what the
Kathmandu?
Yeah, we've gotten. I mean,
the Catman.
I think the Kilimanjaro guy was a little. I mean, when I get those kind of calls, I typically think they're not going to go through because they're usually fantasizing about what they want to do and they don't really understand the cost or what's involved in doing it. But historically, I mean, we've probably had a few people here and there where they've requested. I actually remember during 9/11, there was a guy that was trying to fly out to Vegas in the middle of 9/11, and I had to gently explain to him that all the planes were grounded.
That day?
Yeah, which was like, are you watching the news? Do you know what's going on right now? Right, it was a little weird. Sure. But I think most people, again, I can't see the craziest requests probably, Kili, and then I think I had a guy that was maybe trying to go to Russia, and he was trying to do like a bike tour. He wanted to just bike himself around the country, and I had to say, well,
I know that guy. I know that guy.
And I said, I thought he said motorcycle, but he was trying to bring like a 10-speed bike and do it.
So he wanted to bring his own 10-speed bike on the plane.
And his cat.
Literally.
Wait, because that's his best friend.
Yeah, literally BYOB. I was just like, this is not a good idea. So that's.
Do you ever get, what's the best prank call you've ever gotten?
I don't get a lot of pranks, but I've definitely had situations where, look, I don't really like judge people on geography and things because it's like anything, right? When you work in a certain field, you know that field well. So I'm ignorant on a lot of stuff when I don't know. I don't do it a day in and day out, right? I had a guy that called me, and he requested an ocean view in Orlando. Which, if you guys kind of know how Orlando's situated, it's not very close to the water. So, Vegas, I've had a couple ocean view requests as well. Yeah.
That was Ted.
Vegas.
So here's my real question.
Wait, everywhere in Florida is an ocean view.
Well, that's true.
Well, just on the Gulf side.
Thank you, Ian.
Just on the Gulf side, unfortunately. So here's my real question. So I come to you and I'm like, I don't know anything about travel. What is your top 3 travel destinations anywhere in the world? Like if you said, hey, I got 3 places I want to go.
Yeah.
We already mentioned one. What would you recommend? Like I said, I just want to go anywhere that you like.
All right. I mean, if we said that, I would probably say I would definitely go with Mexico. It's still one of my favorites.
Playa del
Carmen, Riviera Maya. Gotcha. I still think it's a good.
That's one.
So and that's on the east side. That's
Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico.
That's,
So
yeah,
Gulf
that's
of-
right,
and it's a
yeah.
3-hour direct flight from Chicago.
About 3.5.
Yeah, that's good. Okay,
into Cancun.
So the next two, if you had to pick two.
I mean, if I'm going to vary it a little bit, I'll tell you
anywhere.
Yeah,
anywhere.
my all-time favorite trip was Tanzania. I went
Really?
to Africa for a safari for
No way.
12 days.
Yeah.
Really?
And
Tanzania.
hit 4 different reserves, and it was just freaking ridiculous just to see that.
My friends just got back from there less than a year.
Oh, really?
ago.
Oh,
yeah, they said it was amazing.
It's insane.
Where they stay is amazing.
So is that the closed Jeep or the open Jeep with the guys who got the M16s with the ones who got the
not there were no that's
yeah, because you have to have that. So I mean
they were well. I've seen we didn't really run on any of that. Like we actually had an open. No, I think we did have a closed vehicle now.
Yeah.
But they opened the windows. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like it's just like that.
Yeah.
So they stayed in like a compound that where at night you don't leave because you're in the middle of. So when you wake up in the morning, literally you look out your window and there's elephants on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
You hear the lions all night long. You hear everything.
Yeah.
So it's a big wall. They shut that gate and
Yeah.
at a certain time they're like you do not want to go out there. You can't go out.
No,
there
you
because-
shouldn't. I mean, you get people that like I don't know if you guys know this. Hippo is the most dangerous animal right on Earth.
They told a story about that. Yeah.
So you get some dopes that maybe do a safari where they go to an area where it's a water-based lodge, and you get some guy that's had a couple cocktails and he decides he's going to pull out his iPhone,
fuck a hippo.
and try to fuck a hippo.
Yeah, no, you're right. So actually, you're right. Hippos are more dangerous than lions.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
way more dangerous.
You don't have to.
and way more aggressive.
Hold on. You don't
Way
have to
more
go to
aggressive.
Tanzania for that. Just go to Wisconsin.
Oh
man.
So what's
I think you just lost some. I think you just lost some listeners.
So we did Wisconsin anyway. What's the third place? What's the third
we
place
love
you would
Wisconsin.
like? So
I'll tell you, Iceland. Iceland's
yeah.
another
I knew
favorite
it.
of mine. I love
Greenland, Iceland. I knew it.
Well, Iceland is nice. Greenland is icy, right?
So
correct.
not Denmark, not like Copenhagen.
No, I mean those
more
are
Iceland,
fine. I
Yeah.
mean,
Best Iceland movie scene is that movie with
What? Iceland?
yeah with
Steven Seagal? Tom Cruise.
how was his name?
Oh yeah, I wish I could throw in. I feel bad. I can't throw in.
So
on
wait,
this.
you've been to Iceland?
I have. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Damn
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I love the accent too.
Iceland's-
Did you meet Bjork?
No, but I mean
Doesn't she greet everyone who comes off the plane? I mean, she's not very famous anymore, right? Does she give you instead of a lei? What do they give you in Iceland?
an ice cube?
Wait, is it Reykjavik?
Reykjavik, yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Reykjavik
The Blue Lagoon, all
Ooh.
that. Yeah.
Remember
was
her?
that Brooke
Remember
Shields?
her? Yeah.
Oh, listen. I spent a
She
lot
was
of
cool.
time
Yeah.
in a very dark
I
room
bet you did.
Me too.
with this guy. With
Before
this,
she
with the
got
right
plucked
hand.
more times than the roses of Trelane.
Oh my God, Blue Lagoon. Oh man, listen. If you return that movie, you rent it as a VCR. If you return that movie,
you never returned it.
Yeah, if you black- no,
you owe $25,000 in late
if you
fees on
ran
that.
the black light on that, you know how much that thing was. Mostly, it was a little bit of tape and a lot of sperm.
CSI. The name of the movie is the Interesting Life of Walter Mitty.
It looked like the milk. It looked like the Milky Way after you lit that thing.
I
down.
visited that town that they filmed it in.
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
up
Oh,
there.
you did?
I
Okay,
did,
so
yeah.
that was fun. So the karaoke scene and the helicopter scene and all that shit. I mean, I'm like, I want to go there.
Is that the Secret Life of Walter?
Yeah, the
Something
Secret
like
Life of
that?
Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alaska, I know people love Alaska. They get a
Alaska's wonderful. I mean, there's two ways you can approach that. I think a lot of people end up doing cruises, which I personally think is a great way to sort of see the state myself. And then a lot of people, I always recommend that you start out in Anchorage and you end in Vancouver, because Vancouver is, if you guys have not been out there, that's a great town.
My niece lives. My niece goes to Oregon State,
Oh, okay, all right.
and
Fuck
she's
Oregon
traveling
State.
up there.
Yeah.
I'm a duck.
You can't compare the two. Though. They're not even competitive in sports.
Oregon State? No, they're not. It's like they
so
don't
don't
even.
worry about them. What do you care?
Just saying.
So I've
Screw it.
I've never personally been on a cruise, but would you recommend a cruise? In some cases,
I think cruises are good depending on what you're looking for. I mean,
I went to Cuba on a cruise.
So did I. Oh, you did? You did too?
Yeah,
Celestial?
No, it was. I don't remember the cruise.
Was it
line.
Norwegian? Maybe because they were.
It was Norwegian. Yeah,
it was Norwegian.
Well, we were the last cruise ship to go
really?
and get out. Yeah, it was April of 2000. What was that? 16 or
that sounds right. Yeah, because that's about when I went.
You can't go to Cuba anymore?
no. So that was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Well, you
ahead.
can't go on a tour ship anymore. It was they pulled because you can go there as a tourist. Like you had to. we had to like say, oh, what are you going there for? And we're going there for the people
Buy
of Cuba.
drugs and overthrow the government.
No, and there's we didn't know this, but there's only a certain amount of type of cruise ship that can go there because it's so small.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the smallest cruise ships in cruise ship right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, and people, you could still go to Cuba, but you're
Cuba
doing
was
it illegally
awesome.
if you do it. All right, you're basically when I did it, I went through Montego Bay, but it was considered legal when we went there, and I hit 4 different ports, and that was definitely eye opening to see Cuba. It was a little
Cuba was
so
cool.
what type of cruise? Like, if you had to go to a cruise, if you had to pick one cruise, what cruise would you go on? And who, like Norwegian, Princess? Like, I mean, what do you prefer?
Yeah, that's a good question, Teddy.
That is a good question. I mean, I probably have to go vanilla on this question.
Okay,
when
sure.
it's
Of course,
only because
Instead of Rocky
my
Road?
luck,
Of course,
my rep's gonna one of my cruise reps is gonna listen to this podcast.
Of course, yeah.
But I'll say this much: like, I do like everything you just meant. Norwegian Princess, Holland America, Royal. They're all solid lines. I can't say there's anything celebrity. They're all good.
Sure.
But I do think that I do prefer smaller ships myself. Like, so river cruises is another thing that's come up in vogue in the last like 5 or 10 years. I really like that product. It's certainly a lot more pricey than what you're getting on a major boat like Oasis of the Seas.
Sure.
You're getting on these big ships.
Sure.
But I prefer the smaller ones because, for one, the staff-to-guest ratio is a lot smaller. Or I should say it's almost 1-to-1.
But are these still international, or is this local now?
You can do
What you're
both.
referring to. Okay.
There's a company called American Cruise Lines that we work with that does the Snake River. They'll do the Mississippi.
Is that Idaho? Is that Idaho?
Wait a minute, so you can-
Is the Snake River
No,
Idaho?
here, listen.
That's up-
so this
yeah.
is brand new.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just started this.
I didn't know that.
So this is something that just happened. I have in-laws in Minnesota.
Okay.
They went to see the new cruise ship, the river cruise ship. So there's a new river cruise ship that starts in downtown Minneapolis and goes all the way down to New Orleans.
Oh, wow. Okay. All
so
right.
it just
Is there enough stuff there to have fun though? I mean, are you getting off? What are you doing?
I mean,
I mean, do you get to go?
I mean, there's probably gambling on the boat. I'm sure.
Yeah, but
Obviously,
that's I mean,
buffets.
dude, I don't gamble. I know you love to go to like the casinos and shit, but I don't ever gamble.
Actually, you don't know what I love. You're not my mother.
Ted,
you're not my mother.
Ted,
You're not my mother.
Ted, your mom doesn't know what you love either. She drops you off at the movies and takes off with every goddamn sailor she can find.
wow.
Actually,
True story.
my mom did.
True story.
My mom did drop me off to say I spit on your grave at the age of 5. But and then when we got raped,
I think we all had that
She got
experience.
raped. And I took it.
What?
I
Oh
handled
my
it.
god!
hell,
No,
where
this
are
is
we
a true
going
story.
with
Well-
This is no.
I'm
So
busy.
so wait. So you can cruise down a river?
Yeah,
That
sure.
seems.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that seems pretty cool.
Well, the Mississippi.
Yeah, like
now.
Karma
Yeah.
But
Chameleon by
Boy George,
Culture
that's
Club.
the-
Yeah,
those
Come,
river-
come, come,
the video.
come,
Those
come,
river
come.
cruises are huge now, and they're advertising like crazy.
You're right.
I
You're
get
right.
the booklets. We get one all the time now.
Yeah, once you get on their mailing list, it's almost like
Viking-
Scientology.
Viking's
They're
the
not
big
gonna
one.
let you go.
Oh, Viking.
They're not gonna let you go.
Viking
Yeah.
cruise.
It's
Viking.
Viking Cruise is the
Viking's
big
the
river.
big one. Yeah.
Sure. So Princess, Viking, Carnival. Those are the big.
Yeah,
those are the
I
big
mean,
ones, yeah.
the ones that are the river cruises are like there's Viking's a big one, and Viking does a lot of promotion. They're a company that they probably have the biggest advertising budget out of them all, so I think that's why you hear about them more. But there's like Ama's another one. Avalon's another one, which is a subsidiary of Globus Tours. Globus is the escorted tour company that you might have heard of. It's bus tours. But
You've heard of Escort.
Yeah, Ted. yeah. Ted gets on a bus with like a shitload of prostitutes, and
back to Vegas. Yeah, that's right.
So actually, I know a guy. I know a guy.
Actually, you know what? Berwyn, Illinois.
I know a guy I bowl with who's been retired for a few years. So actually, this guy loves cruises so much. I can't think of the line he goes with, but he'll go on like a 45-day cruise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
some
mean,
of
yeah,
those.
he's on
they'll
it.
do little
I mean,
cruises
he
around the world.
loves
Yeah.
cruises. Yeah, the whole. I mean, 45 days on a cruise. That's pretty.
It's a little much for me.
Yeah,
but I
wow.
mean, this guy. But he loves cruises.
That's a lot of time, man.
But he loves cruises. I mean,
No, listen,
got a lot of free
that
time.
sounds like a blast. Listen,
Yeah.
all right, so we gotta put this thing to bed, okay? So very awesome. So Mark, have you? And I usually ask at the beginning.
Yeah.
Did you actually get a chance to listen to any of our shows?
I did listen to him. Yeah.
Okay. So and you still came on. Wow, man.
You know, it was funny because when I met you, Matt, you were like, you might want to listen to the material. We swear. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's no big deal. But I'm thinking, is there anything that controversial? And, honestly, it sounded like something that would not even remotely – it sounded like my friends and I hanging out at a bar having a couple cocktails.
Same thing, yeah.
That's what it
Nothing.
is.
It is. So
I was more worried. I was more worried than you were the first time he asked me to come.
We're actually pretty stupid.
Because I've known Matt for 15 years, and I was very worried. I'm like, wait a minute.
We're pretty stupid. We can't come up with anything good anyway. So yeah, we can't. We're not even smart enough to come up with anything controversial anyway. So yeah, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no. I listen. So
You came on right away. I had to think about it for 3 months.
You had a 7 on this hole. I think it was a 8.
So So listen. Every day I listen to Joe Rogan is some insane thing that he's saying, and I'm just like, stop being controversial. Just don't. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your wife. You know what? If they do, they're kind of doing it wrong. Yeah, just nobody gives a shit about you. I know you want people to, but they don't. If that, and I said this, I said this about everybody. I said if that one person we all talked about disappeared tomorrow, at least we'd find there's Paige Sparanek, right?
Yeah.
When I said she's the hottest, she's the number one. If she disappeared, who do we talk about? Number 2, the number 2 hottest person.
No, I think we're gonna do a podcast on one of these days. So the most important person in the world right now, whoever that might be, if they died right now and everybody would lose their mind, there'd be somebody else to take their place, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit.
We'd all cry ourselves to sleep. Well, not me, but you.
Yeah.
You might be. I might laugh about it.
Ted, I never cry. I never cry.
Well, there's no crying in baseball.
Okay, so listen, we got to put this thing to bed. So Teddy, like usual, we'll let our guest listen to what's happening. Okay, we're gonna let you start off. What do you want to leave everybody with on our awesome travel show? And by the way, Mark, fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you
so much for having me.
That Mark, our guest Mark.
Oh yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Not you. We're not talking to you.
I literally, hold on a second.
You're persona non grata. You don't exist,
dude.
anymore.
I literally misspelled your name for 15
we
years.
This will be edited, right? We are gonna. This is the first show ever that you're gonna edit.
Yeah, first show ever. Yeah, where I don't know how to spell your name.
Okay.
This is great. I can spell your name, Ted.
I can back that up because when the email you sent me, you did spell it with the C.
Yeah.
When you
your
put
name
Mark.
too?
Yeah.
Oh
no,
okay,
your name.
okay,
He put Mark.
yeah.
He's put Mark and Ted.
Yeah,
and
Mark and Ted. Yeah,
Fucking dummy.
27. 27
dummy you
fucks. And I'm a 2. I'm a 2. And Ted, 0 fucks.
Yeah,
Good job.
So I was going to say, Mr. Janus,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
in addition to being an impressive physical specimen, thank you so much for being on the show. Wow. He's very impressive. I mean, I got to admit. So, yeah.
Oh,
No.
man.
Yeah.
Ted, thank you.
So we're broken up, Ted? And no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I just took off your promise ring and gave it to somebody else. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Betrayal's a bitch.
Yeah.
you know that,
yeah,
right?
it is.
So,
And you know what? Okay, go ahead. You have more?
yeah, I did.
Oh, God, no.
But you interrupted me.
Ooh.
No, thank you for being here, and I learned a lot, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ted, very much.
Thank
Mark.
Thank you.
All right.
Matt,
all right.
thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah. Mark with a regular
Mark with
shitty
a
Mark.
K.
We'll just call you here. If we call him Travel Mark, we'll call you Shitty Mark.
All right.
Shitty Mark, what do you want to leave everybody with? What do you want to leave everybody with our travel show?
I'm so upset right now. I could just think of safe travels. That's it.
Are you serious?
Matt, you've really offended me. No, you know what? I do want. This is topical.
Okay.
If you're gonna travel and you're gonna plan something, call Mark.
Yeah.
Call Mark Janus. Seriously, call a travel agent. That is my experience. I don't travel a lot. I went to Hawaii. I called Costco. I fucked up. We'll never do it again.
Thank you.
Okay, I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so Travel Mark or Good Mark, Better Mark.
Sure.
Mark, I know how to spell your name.
For today.
Fantastical. What do you want to leave everybody with right here?
I would just say, well, first off, again, gentlemen, thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll just say what was kind of reiterated before. If anyone out there needs help and you want personal service, that's why you should go to a travel agent. Also keep in mind that you're supporting small business, which is kind of few and far between these days. And that would be it. But if I can help anyone out there, be more than happy to try to do what I can for you.
Wow. Cool. Dude, okay. So let me redo this just in case you don't want to rewind all the way to the beginning. Info@janustravel.com, JANUS, Mark@janustravel.com, 773 Soda Pop, okay? By the way, I don't have my hand job number yet, so please don't call me, okay? Not yet. Don't dial hand job. I have no idea what you're going to get. But yeah, so listen. In the weirdness of how we met, right? Like in the randomness, and that's how I get so many awesome guests. Mark, it is fantastic to have you on. Okay, I am
you, Matt.
so glad that we were able to talk because I feel like like people like want to travel. They do all this stuff. And listen, if you are traveling, honestly, if you are putting something together, call Mark. Okay, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in the Philippines. I don't care where you are.
That's what I was going to say.
Actually,
do you do like reverse travel too?
I'm going to call him for Max trip.
So it's a little more difficult when it's not a origin from the States because of the citizenship issues. Because that's one of our jobs is we try to help people out if they understand what they need to get into a particular area. We'll try, but it's usually U.S. based tourism, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, man, and you know we filled up almost every single state. I think it's like South Dakota, Idaho. North and South Dakota are the only 3 states we have not been listened to.
The least populated.
Wow.
What? No. Oh, I thought you meant popular.
Populated.
I love those.
Populated.
No.
So, yeah.
Wyoming,
North
Idaho,
Dakota.
North Dakota.
We've been listened to in Wyoming, if you can believe it.
Wyoming.
Yeah. There's one random guy. I don't know. I don't
I
know what he's doing.
I lived in Cheyenne.
My wife
lived
lives
in
in Cheyenne.
Yeah, that's
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I think I met her. I think I met her.
Mark, don't go where
I'm
you are.
I'm not even going to look
Was
at
it,
Ted.
was it
I'm
during,
not looking at him.
was it during Frontier Days?
I cannot take him serious with this fucking headband.
And we're taking a picture of
He's
Teddy.
going to get another stitch on the back.
Yeah, we're taking a picture of Teddy with headband.
You know, I
and-
changed my
and
mind. I
without.
do want to take those stitches out with my teeth now. Actually, now I do.
You little pervert. I
about
bet you do.
I want to see you cry.
Oh man! All right, listen. Thanks everybody for listening. We will see you next week. We're having our cannabis guy on next week. Okay, and listen. What
is cannabis, man?
Cannabis is the dope, man. Yeah, he's gonna listen. And I went to go talk to so many dope people, and all they want to do is like, "Are you gonna get high during the show?" I'm like, "No, man." And when I went to go talk to Brooks, and that's the guy who's gonna be on. First thing he wanted to do, he's like, "Man," he goes, I just want people to find out about pot. You know, I want to find. He goes, "Yeah, I'm your guy." That's it. That's all he said. I'm your guy, man.
That's the right answer.
Yeah,
that's the right
yeah.
answer.
And I was so impressed. So listen, if he's half the guest Mark was today, I will be very impressed. Listen, we've had some great. Everybody we've had on has been awesome, man.
I think Mark's the gold standard. So I mean,
but
he's got to bring it.
Well, he's definitely going to be half as tall as Mark.
He's got to bring it. Well, he might not be as tall as Mark.
No, he's a pretty tall guy. But listen, our guests have been fantastic. Listen, I love everybody that's been on the show, and I love all of our listeners. And you know what? We will see you guys next week. Have fun.